Hi, my name is Adeline White with Farmers Feeding Utah, and it's corn season right now. Right now it's July, almost August, so we're going to be making something super yummy with our corn. It's super fresh, and I will start by showing you the ingredients. So what we've got here is a lot of fun vegetables. We've got, of course, our corn, cilantro, tomatoes, jalapeños, avocado, red onion, black beans, and then some oils and vinegars. We've got lime juice, olive oil, and red wine vinegar. Those are the ingredients we're going to be using, plus a little bit of salt and pepper. You're going to love this. I'll take you through step by step. I want you to know right off the bat that if you don't have all of these ingredients, that's okay. Don't feel like you have to run away from this recipe altogether. Really, what makes this recipe good is the corn and the black beans. If you don't have the rest of this stuff, I recommend just getting a can of corn, can of black beans, and a can of salsa, mixing it all up together, and you've got some corn and black bean salsa. We're going to be using fresh corn today. You can use canned corn or frozen corn, but because it's corn season, we get to use fresh corn. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to cook this corn before we throw it into our salsa. And then after that we cook the corn, honestly, we're just going to be at our cutting board most of the time, cutting up the vegetables to put into our salsa. So way number 1 is to boil the corn. First you want to husk it, which means just taking off all of these green ends and the strings, it's the best way to say it, and then putting it into a bowl of water and boiling it for 7 minutes. When I was younger, I remember it was one of my jobs to husk corn before dinner, so have fun with it. I thought it was fun. Way number 2 is we can just stick this corn in the microwave. Leave the husk on, put it in the microwave on high for 4 minutes, pull it out, and then you'll have your corn cooked and ready to go, and you can husk it after that. So those are 2 ways we're going to cook corn, and then we'll throw it into the salsa. While our corn is cooking, we're going to deal with the black beans. So these are nice and easy because they're in a can. So we're just going to open the can, drain them in the sink, rinse them off with water really good, and then they're ready to be put into our salsa. And while I'm talking about canned things, these guys, this can was less than $1. I think it was 79 cents each of them. And black beans are so awesome for you, and these are super cheap. I know that it can be hard to find a way to eat healthy and cheap because healthy food seems to have a bad rap for being expensive, right? But I want to give you 2 tips for eating cheap on a budget. I really feel for those parents out there who are feeding a lot of mouths and they don't have a lot of money, or just anyone who's trying to eat healthy but feels like they don't have enough money to spend. My tip number 1 is to buy produce when it's in season. So the corn that I just showed you today, I got all 5 of those ears of corn for $1. In December, the corn might have not been as cheap, so maybe I would have wanted to buy canned corn or frozen corn because that would be cheaper. But maybe oranges because oranges are in season in December, so those will be cheaper in December. So I'll put down below in the comments a link to a website where you can see where fresh fruits and vegetables are in season. My tip number 2 is to not be afraid of canned and frozen fruits or vegetables or beans or whatever. Those still have vitamins and fiber in them, and they're going to be cheaper. So don't be afraid of those. Like I said, this recipe right here, you can totally simplify it by just using canned corn and canned beans and canned salsa, and it tastes great. So I'm really rooting for those people who are trying to eat healthy but also trying to save money. I'm with you. You got this. Okay, our corn's done cooking. I boiled this one and I microwaved this one. So we're gonna cut it up. I'm just gonna cut each side off, and then you see how it just crumbles. I'm just gonna crumble it right into our bowl of salsa. With this one, I let it cool off, and all I need to do is now shuck it, and then I'll cut it up the same way. And here's the fun part. Now that our corn's ready, our black beans are ready, we are gonna just chop up the rest of our vegetables. I'm gonna start with tomatoes, then avocado, then onions, jalapeños, and then cilantro. Just because the jalapeños and cilantro are a little messier, so I'm gonna do them last. But let's get chopping. Okay, I've mixed up all my vegetables in here, the corn, the black beans, everything. All we have to do is add the 3 other ingredients. So, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and 4 tablespoons of lime juice. Going right in. It is so colorful, it smells so good, and it tastes really good. I am going to eat it with chips, but you can use it over rice, you can eat it plain, you can eat it with potatoes. It goes with a lot of things, so enjoy it. Thank you guys for joining me for this black bean and corn salsa. I hope you had fun, and I will see you next time.